Hey, what's up guys? Got another prediction video here on the UFC Fight Night card, Johnson versus Bader. And I'm going to be talking about the Fox Sports 1 prelims. So we got 6 fights here, guys. Start off with the first one. We got Alex Caceres against Macio Fullen. So both these guys are not doing too good right now in the UFC. Caceres has a lot more experience in the UFC compared to Macio. But you know, he has been losing, and his last fight he got knocked out in like a couple seconds, like 23 seconds or something like that. Macio, he's coming off I think he's coming off a loss right now. Now, Macio is a stand-up fighter, a striker. He prefers using his boxing, and he also has some good kicks. Bruce Leroy here, good ground game. Not that much power in his punches, but he does have, good reach. He's also coming up to 145 for this fight. I'm thinking because Macio's a 145er, so he's going up to featherweight, and I think Caceres is 0-2 at featherweight. So I mean, that's that's almost like he's gonna lose at featherweight. But I mean, Caceres is the more experienced fighter here. A lot of people have Caceres winning against Macio, and I don't really blame him. I mean, he has a lot more experience and whatnot, and he also has good finishing ability with submissions. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go with the underdog on this one, guys. I think Macio, who trains at Alliance MMA, which is Dominic Cruz's camp, he has good boxing, good striking. Also, I seen one of his fights against another guy. I think his name was like Alex Torres. He seems, he gets rocked a couple times, but he seems to recover. I don't think he's gonna get rocked against Caceres here. I think Caceres' chance of winning here is to take him down and just grind him out, or try to tap him out. But I think Macio, if it stays on the feet, I think Macio will be able to knock him out, because Caceres has been knocked out his last fight. Also, it seems like Caceres just, doesn't really put his hands up. I mean, this guy just doesn't really care, has his hands down, and that's how he got knocked out his last fight. And I really think Macio could take advantage of that. And this guy, he's a really big underdog compared to Caceres. Especially on DraftKings, which is one of my little lineups, fantasy lineups type of game, where you could win money. Play some MMA fantasy on that, so you could like bet money and whatnot. I am gonna make a DraftKings video on the lineups too, that I picked, the fighters I picked. But yeah, I'm going for Macio on this one. I just think Caceres is, he's gonna be just keep leaving himself open for strikes, and I think Macio is gonna take advantage. I mean, he's also jumping up a weight class, so he's gonna be the smaller fighter. So I'm going with Macio on this one, even though he's the underdog, guys. So I got Macio winning this fight. Next fight, we got George Sullivan and Alexander Yakovlev or something like that. Yeah, anyway, Thunder of the North. So both these guys, decent fighters. Alexander's coming off a win off Gray Maynard. Sullivan, I think he's coming off a win also. But my initial thoughts was Sullivan is going to be really too big for Yakovlev here. But, I was thinking about it, and Yakovlev is, a little bit smaller, but not really. As you can see by the height, he's actually an inch, taller. But this guy was fighting, his last fight, he fought at 155, and this guy was really big. And, I think that's going to help him. I think Sullivan is, a good fighter, good stand-up. But so is Alexander. He also has good striking also. But I think Alexander's going to have the cardio advantage. So, I think he's going to be able to just outlast Sullivan. I think Sullivan's going to come out really strong in that first round. And if he doesn't finish him, I think it's, I think Alexander's going to get the better of him in the second half of the second round, and probably, dominate the third round, or, just point him really easily on the third round. I just don't think Sullivan's cardio is going to be able to hold up. I mean, he's a good fighter, and my initial thoughts were to pick him, but, the more I'm looking into this fight, I'm thinking Yakovlev here is probably going to get this win, guys. So that's going to be my pick here. I got Yakovlev, which is a slight favorite. Next fight, we got Ortiz versus Wilson Reis. These are some flyweights right here. Both, as you can see, in the top 15. Ortiz is in the top 10. This is really easy as prediction for me here, guys. I'm going with Ortiz. Uh, because he just has that wrestling. He could just grind you out. He also, could probably TKO him. I mean, you never know. Wilson could be could smash him. I mean, I think he looked pretty good his last fight. I think he lost his last fight, but he did look good in his last fight. But yeah, I'm just said that a lot right there. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, Wilson has been looking a little bit good, even though he lost his last fight. But I'm going with Ortiz here. He has that wrestling. He's also, decent striking and whatnot. I think he's just gonna be able to grind him out though. So I think Ortiz is gonna take this fight by decision. I'll give it to him by decision. So that's gonna be my pick, guys. You know what? Let me go back to this other fight right here. I didn't say, what's gonna be the end of the fight or whatever. My prediction for this fight is it's Masio, right? That was my pick, but I think he's gonna win by second round TKO. And for this fight, Yakovlev, this fight's going a distance, so that one's gonna go decision. Anyways, next fight here, we got Natal versus Caceres. This is a big step up in competition for Caceres. Natal's barely ranked top 15, but he's fought a lot more experienced fighters. Caceres here, his last fight wasn't even a fight. He got eye poked, and the fight ended. But Natal here has been very consistent. His last fight, he beat Uriah Hall, which is he's a good fighter. So yeah, he has just a lot more experience. He's also a little bit bigger than Caceres, even though Caceres has a little bit more muscle on him. And both these guys black belts in jiu-jitsu, and both of their striking's not that good. I'd say Caceres has the power advantage, but yeah, I think Natal's gonna go ahead and take this one, guys. That's gonna be my pick, and I think he's gonna beat him by decision. Next fight, we got Aubin-Mercier against Diego Ferreira. Now, I'm really not giving Diego a chance here. I'm gonna just go ahead and just go for Olivier here. Olivier has really good wrestling. I think he's just gonna grind out Ferreira here. This is Ferreira's on like a 2-fight losing streak. So if he loses this fight, he might just get cut. I mean, you never know. He might get cut. He might come in really hungry, and he might just smash Olivier. You never know. But I don't think he's gonna stuff those takedowns. And Oliver is just the beast. I mean, look how strong this guy looks for 155. Man, this guy's a monster. He has really good top control. He's kind of like a GSP pretty much. He's really strong, and I think he's just gonna he's not gonna knock him out. I think this guy's just gonna win by decision. But you never know. Diego could catch him with a triangle or something. He might tap him out from the bottom with an armbar. You never know. I mean, he does have good ground game. Good BJJ. But for this one, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it to Olivier by decision. Next fight here, and this is the featured fight for the Fox Sports 1 prelims. We got Tarek Saffiedine against Jake Ellenberger. Now Ellenberger here, he's been losing his last couple fights here. He got knocked out his last fight. He's not even ranked top 15 anymore. Tarek here is ranked number 11. He's also coming off a really long layoff, but I really think he's gonna just take this fight, guys. He has good striking, as you can see right there by his knockout ratio. He doesn't really finish guys with his punches, but he does land a lot of strikes. You can see right there by the strikes landed per minute. He lands a lot of significant strikes. Ellenberger doesn't throw much combinations, throws 1 or 2 punches. He doesn't throw that much combos. He also hasn't been using his wrestling that much, and even if he does, Tarek Saffiedine here has really great takedown defense at almost 64%. So I mean, there's that to think about. So I was actually thinking about picking Ellenberger here, but then I just looked into it more, and it's just not worth it to pick him. Also for DraftKings, significant strikes count as a lot of points, so I'm gonna pick Saffiedine in one of my lineups because I think he's gonna be able to win this fight, and I think he's gonna be able to land a lot of strikes, a lot of leg kicks, a lot of just a lot of strikes in general. Even though he might not finish Ellenberger, I got Tarek Saffiedine here winning by decision, and he's going to score a lot of points on DraftKings, I believe, even though it's going to go by decision. He's going to land a lot of strikes. I don't think Ellenberger is going to be able to catch him with a punch or anything. Saffiedine seems to have a decent chin, and I don't think Ellenberger is going to be able to take him down either. Tarek has moved to, I think it was a TriStar, so he's training over there, with McDonald and whatnot, maybe even GSP. He's training with great fighters over there at Canada and TriStar Gym, so, this is going to be pretty easy pick for me. So I'm got Saffiedine here winning by decision, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My time right now, it cuts out at 10 minutes, but we actually did finish all 6 fights. So that's all I got to say about the fights, guys. Yeah, so enjoy the fights, and yeah, those were my picks, and I'll catch you guys on the next video, which is going to be the Fox main card predictions. So I'll see you guys on the next video.